You know, this demand, now I will start, you know, and I have 3 points to make. I kindly request you to wait for me, not to interrupt me, till such time I finish the 3 points. Is that possible?
Yes.
And then you will have the opportunity to discuss. Okay, regarding your demand for evacuation and the petition, this has been shared with all levels of the organization as well as other stakeholders. Okay? The government of Tunisia will be notified of your demand next week because the government is the state. If any process like that is to take place, it has to take place within their knowledge. They have to be informed if that we have a group of individuals, regardless to their status, be that refugees, asylum seekers, or migrants, who intend to be evacuated out of Tunis. Okay? We have made contact with them, and we will see next week. However, all the entities that we have shared the request for are looking at this request. Nobody has gotten back to us so far. Okay? As I explained earlier, we are ready to come here in the coming 2 weeks also, and for your kind information, explain all the technical aspects regarding the humanitarian evacuation. If you want to understand the process itself, till such time we see how things will develop in that direction. Meanwhile, for those who are holding asylum seekers and refugee cards, okay, the organization is more than ready to provide either group counseling or individual counseling, and that is in addition to all forms of assistance. But that is contingent to the reopening of the office. The third point, that you are free to protest. Nobody is confiscating your right to protest at all. What we urge you to do is to resume the services till such time we find a solution regarding the demand that you have lodged in your petition. We are also keen about following up on vulnerable cases, medical cases, someone who's, meanwhile, if there is a concern of medical cases, of any incidents and etc., we are more than ready to immediately act upon such cases. The third thing that I want to say, in the petition that you have mentioned, there is no mentioning to who is a refugee and who's not. That is why we are checking the names against our database and also the names that were provided to us by IOM. I understand that some of you have filed requests for voluntary return with IOM, okay? Among the list of the 244, 59, yeah, who are not all here, but that is not a concern as long as all people are having the same demand. It's okay. The demand has been shared with the highest of hierarchies. This issue may take time because each and every entity is to look at it from its perspective. This is not a decision that can be so single-handedly taken by UNHCR, but UNHCR is following up diligently on it, and that's why we ask you to provide the petition. Meanwhile, our services, if we are allowed, are open to all, be that counseling, registration, whatever, okay? Meanwhile, till such time, we know from those entities what the general direction towards a final solution will be. And also the notification of the government of Tunisia is one of the important elements, because they have to realize that there is a significant portion of people who are willing to be evacuated out of this country. So this is the situation at hand. we continue to follow up. We will continue to provide services. We can open our doors, particularly for our persons of concern, those who have ID cards, asylum cards, or refugee cards, those who are willing to register, okay? Also, we have arrangements for them on how they can access the registration process. Thank you. If you have any questions, I am ready to answer. أقول بالعربي. Okay, I don't speak French. I'm not Tunisian.
برو اسمع احكي بالعربي ومن بعد نفيك الموضوع.